Guys, so I'm back with another relationship video, and today we're going to be talking all about jealousy. I recently had a conversation with my nephew. He's around 20 years old and he's having his first relationship, and he's having a bit of jealousy issues. And I know last time I came to you as your Capricorn big sis, but let me reintroduce myself as your harmlessly toxic astrologer auntie, right? My nephew comes to me with his relationship issues, and so he has me, the harmlessly toxic astrology auntie, but then he also has another auntie that is a love and light girly. So on this particular day, he receives a text from his girlfriend that makes him feel some type of way. And he does what any young man would do. He takes a screenshot and he sends one to me and he sends one to the love and light auntie. And the love and light auntie tells him, "You are being machista. I see that you have traits of toxic masculinity and you are insecure and you shouldn't feel this way." So the translation is, your feelings are wrong and you need to change your feelings. But then, he sends the same screenshot to the toxic auntie, right? And I immediately just crack my knuckles, pull up my sleeves, and I'm like, okay, let's see your girl's birth chart. Give me her birthday. We need to see if you and her are speaking the same type of language. The translation here is that your feelings are valid, and let's try to see if there's a way that we can communicate these feelings to your girlfriend in a way that is safe for both of you, right? Certain signs really understand each other, and other signs just don't understand it, and it's just not their thing. They're never gonna get it. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about the 3 most notoriously jealous signs. We're going to talk about why they're jealous and how we could maybe help them feel a little bit less jealous. Okay, so the first sign, I'm just going in astrological order. The first sign that is associated with jealousy is going to be Taurus. But this could also be if you have planets in the second house, or if you have planets in Taurus, then you might identify with this kind of jealousy. So the Taurus jealousy is very basic. It's like, this is my stuff and you don't touch my stuff. Tauruses are very attached to their things because they put a lot of effort, time, and resources into obtaining their things. And because of that, they could kind of start to believe that their partner is like an extension of their property. And in a way, I could kind of understand, because if you've ever been with a Taurus man, Venus in the second house, Taurus Venus, they tend to have like money as their love language. So if they are investing so much time and money, because guys, time is money, right? You need to go to work. That takes a lot of time to make money. And if you're taking that time and giving it to somebody else through your resources, then you're going to expect some type of return on your investment. And if that person is maybe potentially leaving, you're not going to be too pleased. So it's kind of understandable. So that is the reason that Tauruses feel that sense of like entitlement for their partner and for seeing them as a resource that kind of belongs to them. Also, they are a fixed earth sign. Remember that the earth element has to do with everything that is tangible, that you could see in the real world. And the fixed quality makes them like really want to stick to the thing that they have decided on. So if they've decided on a partner, they want to make sure that partner is safe and secure. They don't tend to move in on somebody unless they think that they could keep that person, or that that person is going to stay with them. Because as I keep saying, like, time is money, and if they invest time in somebody, and time is more of a Capricorn concept, but it's still, time is like, you need to go to work, you need to put in the time to make your money. And anything that could potentially threaten that person that they are so attached to that they feel belongs to them, anything that could threaten that will feel like dangerous to them. So that's the kind of jealousy that Tauruses feel. And I honestly don't think there's much we could do about that. It's the one sign that I'm like, I mean, this is how they are. They see you as an extension of their property. So I don't think that, I mean, some people don't mind this. I don't know if you guys know who Candace Owens is. I watch a lot of political commentators on the left and the right because that's just who I am. And Candace Owens had this whole speech. I'll see if I could just input it here, where she was just talking about how relationships are ownership. And I'm just like, Candace, tell me you're a Taurus without telling me you're a Taurus, Candace. Girl. But for Tauruses, this is normal talk. This is very normal. This is not toxic. This is not insecure. This is not archaic. Tauruses now and forevermore will speak in this language. So if you find yourself in a relationship where you are being called toxic or toxic masculinity or machismo or whatever, maybe it's not that you are toxic. Maybe it's that you're just with the kind of partner that doesn't speak that language. They're not on your vibe, bro. So maybe find somebody who is on your vibe. And, and I'm just gonna say, my nephew's girl got Venus in Taurus, so she definitely speaks that language. So the Taurus jealousy, very simple, mine, mine, mine. This is my stuff, don't touch my stuff. So the next one is going to be Cancer. Cancer, or if you have a lot of planets in the fourth house, you might feel this anyway. The fourth house is associated with the sign of Cancer, so it has a Cancer-like energy to it. So for Cancers, the type of jealousy Cancers have is what I call stranger danger. And let me tell you why. So Cancers can begin to feel a sense of jealousy whenever somebody new gets introduced into the life of their partner, because any new person is a potential threat to their safety. For Cancers, they become so attached to their partner and they become so dependent on the relationship that anything that could threaten that relationship or threaten their partner, like staying with them, will be a threat to their safety. So that's how intense it could feel to a Cancer. And this is I really feel that it is the hardest for Cancers to feel secure in their relationships. And I mean this because they are so excitable emotionally. But I do think that with the right person and with the right work that they do on themselves and their security, this is really okay. I'm not gonna lie, this Cancers can have issues with insecurities, and the reason I could say that is because my 7th house is in Cancer. So when I'm throwing y'all under the bus, I'm throwing myself under the bus. So it's totally fine. I speak your language and I'm not making fun of you. So remember that Cancers are ruled by the moon, and the moon is rather intuitive, but by the same token, it could get so concerned with their intuitive hits that they could become paranoid. And in this paranoia, they could just make up entire stories in their head about their partner leaving them or somebody being introduced into the picture. Remember I said stranger danger. Anyone new that comes into the picture, a new coworker, a new friend, anybody could be seen as a threat. And because they rely so much on their partner to feel secure and to feel okay and safe in the world, this is like their blankie. Their partner is their blankie, and you do not want somebody to take your blankie. And because it's such a safety-driven fear, it can be a bit irrational. Cancers, this is an entirely different video, but Mina from Midnight Zero Astrology, she's one of my besties. We always talk about how Cancers attack, bro. We think that Cancers are soft and cuddly, and they are, unless they attack. Cancers can be terrifying, and I'm not gonna tell you how I know that, but I know that. But this is totally not to say that Cancers can't be securely attached in a relationship. They definitely can. They just have to be with somebody who makes them feel safe. And over time and observation and making sure there's no stranger danger around, Cancers will feel all right. The next jealous sign is Scorpio. But in the same category, I'm going to put people who have personal planets in close relationship with Pluto, or if you have personal planets in the 8th house. These people are also going to be very jealous. But I will say that out of all of the 3 that I will mention, Scorpio has the best time. I know that Scorpios are just oh, they're so jealous, but I feel like Scorpio energy can do the best within this realm because it's ruled by Mars and that's more of a strong energy. But I find that Scorpio, as long as they feel like their attachment to you is the closest bond that you have with somebody, they could feel pretty okay. And the type of jealousy that I named for Scorpio is they just have to be number 1. They have to be number 1 in your heart. And as they cannot care if you have a number 2 and a number 3 and a number 4, as long as they're number 1. That is the most important priority to a Scorpio. They need to know that they are the closest to you, that nobody knows you better than they do. So I think that because of that, they could kind of let you go a little bit more, especially than Cancer. Cancer cannot. And Taurus, it's not that they can't let you go, it's that they would prefer if you didn't go anywhere. Remember that part of the symbolism of Scorpio has a lot to do with going from the 7th house to the 8th or going from Libra to Scorpio. It's all about 2 people, the pair, becoming one and being bonded into one kind of soul, essentially. So like there's no space for somebody else up in there, right? So that's why Scorpios want to make sure that they are the closest to you on the closest level. And if they do know that, then they could be pretty much assured of their place in your life, and then they won't be so jealous. But what I really want to ask you guys is, do you personally think that jealousy is wrong? Let me know in the comments if you think jealousy is wrong. Tell me your perspective. Honestly, I'm always open to suggestion. I am a very open-minded person. I'm very opinionated. I'm very passionate about what I believe. But like, if you give me a good argument, I can't argue against a good argument. So my whole thing with jealousy is that God in the Old Testament, it is said that he was a jealous God. And it is also said that we were created in the image and likeness of God. So if God was a jealous God, then why is it that human beings are not supposed to be jealous? That is silliness to me. And I'll leave you with this. According to Andreas Capellanus, he who is not jealous cannot love. This is straight out of The Art of Courtly Love. I don't make the rules, guys. I just follow them. I'm a Scorpio Venus. I have to agree with Andreas. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about jealousy? Do you think, look, I think this is a pretty neutral stance. I think that you're allowed to feel jealous as long as you don't do anything stupid with your feelings. Don't throw scissors at people. That is not okay. You shouldn't be violent because of your jealousy. That is like the most important thing. Don't hit people because you're jealous. That's embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself. Don't embarrass yourself because of your jealousy. Learn to express it in a mature way and learn to see if your person speaks your language. Some people just don't speak that language and they're not going to understand. They're going to be like, what are you talking about? This is just my friend and you're being crazy. And maybe you are, maybe you're not. Let me know in the comments how you deal with this. Let me know in the comments if you would like a video on all of the signs and how they feel or don't feel jealousy and how they might express it. If you like the video, make sure you like the video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I put out videos every single week and I'll see you in the next one.